president is unhinged. He is unwell.
What are you doing? A lot of folks on your side are too. I don't control.
Oh my God, please. That performance in front of the generals, that
I didn't see it.
is so dangerous. You know I serve on Foreign Affairs and Appropriations.
Yes.
This is a collision of those two things. Our allies are looking elsewhere. Our enemies are laughing.
I just left
you
the
have a
speaker's,
president who is unwell.
This is my video update on this Saturday afternoon, October the 4th, coming to you from Moscow. Let's talk about some news. And let's start things off with the big news for the day, which is the acceptance of Trump's 20-point peace plan, at least the first parts of Trump's 20-point peace plan have been accepted by Israel and Hamas. Hamas has accepted to release all hostages, and they have also accepted to hand over, they have agreed to hand over governance of Gaza to an independent group of Palestinian technocrats. So that is what Hamas has agreed to with regards to the 20-point peace plan. And we are getting reports that Israel has agreed to release Palestinian prisoners, and also for a ceasefire in Gaza. At least those are the reports that we are getting. So we have Israel agreeing to various parts of Trump's 20-point peace plan. We have Hamas agreeing to parts of Trump's 20-point peace plan. And we are getting word that that Hamas wants to negotiate the rest of the 20-point peace plan. They would like to play some sort of role in the governance of Gaza. Those are some of the reports that we're getting. So they've agreed to hand over, for the time being, governance of Gaza to this technocrat group of Palestinians. But they would like to play some sort of role in the future for the governance of Gaza. But the tricky part of the 20-point peace plan is about to begin, and that includes the IDF withdrawal from Gaza, a complete withdrawal of the Israeli military from Gaza. That's going to be a tough one, but that will be part of the negotiations, I imagine. And on the side of Hamas, they have to completely disarm. So that's also going to be a tough one to negotiate. But Trump, he put out a video message, and he appeared very confident that he's going to get his 20-point peace plan done and concluded. He also posted on Truth Social that if Hamas does not agree to his 20-point peace plan, then he said that all hell is going to break loose, or something along those lines. So he threw out a carrot and a stick, right? A confident, optimistic tone in his video message, but on Truth Social, he warned Hamas that if they don't agree to his entire 20-point peace plan, then all hell is going to break loose. But the difficult parts of the peace plan are about to begin, and are going to be negotiated, or at least that's how it looks. So so the first parts of this plan have been accepted, and that's good. That's a good thing. The hostages released, prisoners released, and we head into the difficult part of this entire process. So that's the update there. And before we get to our next story, I have a favor to ask of everyone that is watching this video, which I don't say very often in my videos, but like this video, subscribe to this channel if you like this channel, if you enjoy the work that I am doing, because it does look like this channel is undergoing some sort of a suppression or YouTube shadow ban or something like that. So please give a like to the video, and let's try to break the YouTube shadow ban algorithm. So let's move on to the next news topic, which is another boat in Venezuela was destroyed by the Department of War. Another boat. This would make it the fourth boat that has been annihilated off the coast of Venezuela. According to the Department of War, the boat was heading towards the United States. That is what the Department of War is saying. That is what Pete Hegseth has said in a statement. I believe it's the fourth boat. Is it the fourth or the fifth? 4 people were on this boat. The Department of War says it was a drug boat, and Pete Hegseth said that narco-terrorists were targeted and they were trafficking, and I quote, a substantial amount of drugs. Trump posted on Truth Social, along with a video of the boat being blown up. Looks like a speedboat, about the size of that boat. A small speedboat is what it looks like. But Trump posted the video of the speedboat in the water, and then it just gets blown up. And he posted on Truth Social, a boat loaded with enough drugs to kill 25 to 50,000 people was stopped early this morning off the coast of Venezuela from entering American territory. It's dangerous to have a boat in that region, huh? If you have a boat, a speedboat, a yacht, just don't take it out, man. Don't take it out on the water. Just leave it where it is, because you just don't know, man. You could be taking your speedboat out to enjoy a nice afternoon or a nice morning or something like that, and you could be annihilated by the U.S. military. Very, very dangerous time to have a boat in the Americas. But maybe these boats were carrying drugs, narcotics. Possible, very possible. Maybe they were, or maybe they were not. We will never know, will we? But all of this is leading up to the military operation in Venezuela that I talked about yesterday. That the Washington Examiner. Actually, let's go down this way. Let's walk towards Red Square. Yeah, the Washington Examiner yesterday reported that there is going to be an operation in Venezuela. All the pieces are pretty much in place for the United States to take over vital security facilities like ports and airfields and stuff like that, which will put pressure on Maduro for his regime to collapse, for some sort of a regime change. So that's where all of this is heading towards. The United States annihilating speedboats. The Europeans, Macron, seizing tankers and then releasing tankers. So he seized the tanker yesterday, which he claims was part of the Russian shadow fleet. The ghost ship, the Russian shadow fleet. They seized the tanker. They said there were drones on there that Russia was launching over Denmark. Everything was proven to be false, and the ship was later released. But that was the stunt that Macron pulled in order to somehow spoil Putin's speech at Valdai. That's why Macron did what he did. That's why he ordered the seizure of the tanker. So yeah, remember in 2022 when the United States ordered Greece to seize the Iranian tanker? which had a whole lot of oil on it, and the United States claimed that this was sanctioned Russian oil, and they ordered Greece to seize the boat. I believe it was called the Pegasus, if I remember the story. Greece took the Iranian tanker. They confiscated the cargo, the oil. So they confiscated the oil, and the United States was telling Greece, give the oil to us, and Greece was going to do it. And then Iran, what they did is they seized 2 Greek tankers, not one. They seized 2 Greek tankers, and then a Greek court, they ruled that what the Greek military, what the Greek government did was illegal, and they ordered the Iranian tanker with its cargo to be returned to Iran. And what did Iran do? They kept the 2 Greek tankers, and they told Greece that they had to pay Iran, money, compensation for what they did, and they had to issue a public apology, and Greece did that. They actually paid Iran, and they issued a public apology. So that's how Iran handled the piracy. That was from 2022, and you know what? They have not had Greece take another tanker of theirs since that incident. You take one of our tankers, we'll take 2, and we want you to apologize to us and pay us money. And they won. Iran won. And even Wikipedia, in the entry for that event, even Wikipedia says that this was a big diplomatic win for Iran and a diplomatic embarrassment for Greece. Yeah, I remember that story. And so Greece, at the moment, they are being pressured, once again, by the United States to hand over 25 Mirage fighter jets to Project Ukraine. The United States, along with France, actually, is pressuring Greece to give over these fighter jets. Actually, the way the scheme is going to work, or the way they want the scheme to work, is they want Greece to sell these 25 fighter jets to another country, another European NATO country. For example, Estonia is being brought up. Estonia would purchase, let's just call it that, they would purchase the fighter jets, right? And then Estonia would then sell the fighter jets to Ukraine, or give the fighter jets to Ukraine. That's how you make all of this legal and on the up and up, right? So Greece, they sell to Estonia, and then Estonia sells to Ukraine or gives to Ukraine. But the point of all of this is that the US and France, they want Greece to give over their Mirage 2005 fighters to Project Ukraine. That's the end goal. And Greece is getting a lot of pressure from the United States and from France. And the reports that I'm getting is that the Mitsotakis government, as much as they would like to please the United States, because Mitsotakis is very much aligned with the United States and with the EU, he holidays with Ursula von der Crazy. They holiday together. That's how connected Greece is to the Mitsotakis government. That's how connected they are to the globalist elite. But it looks like they're not going to do it, because the backlash that he would get from Greek citizens would be tremendous. So it looks like Greece is going to try and sidestep this and say, look, we just can't give over the 25 Mirage fighter jets to Project Ukraine. It would be a big political hit for an already weakened Mitsotakis government. And so it looks like this is not going to happen, but the pressure is big for Greece to start handing over fighter jets and then even more weapons to Project Ukraine, right? The complaint that the United States has with Greece is that the weapons that they've been giving over to Project Ukraine are all old weapons from like the 1960s, and they want Greece to start handing over all of their relatively new stuff, and then start purchasing more weapons to the United States, from the United States, right? That's the complaint that they have with the Greek government. Stop giving over all of your 1960 weapons and start handing over what you have now. and then you can purchase new stuff from us. So that is an update from Greece, and let's now move over to Germany, where we had BlackRock MERZ at an reunification event, at a West Germany, East Germany reunification event, and he was hosting little Napoleon Macron. So BlackRock MERZ hosted Macron at a Germany reunification event. Why would Macron be a part of this event? Don't know, don't care. Who knows? Can't explain it, why he had Macron there. Even Angela Merkel posted a message saying that she could not understand why BlackRock MERZ would invite Macron to a Germany reunification event. Makes no sense. But anyway, Macron was the guest of honor at this event. And MERZ's speech, as well as Macron's speech, was all about sacrifice. That's what their message was to those in attendance. Germans, they need to sacrifice and to accept, according to MERZ, very painful reforms. The population must embrace unpopular measures or face further decline, Chancellor MERZ said. That's right, accept painful reforms or further decline. And by the way, Germany's going to be giving 9 billion euros to Zelensky, right? That's the message from MERZ. Painful reforms, accept the painful reforms. If you don't accept the painful reforms, then your living standard is going to further decline. And by the way, we are going to give another 9 billion to Project Ukraine. He didn't say the 9 billion part, but that is what Germany gives to Project Ukraine every year in military aid. This event was in Saarbrücken, marking 35 years since German reunification. We must learn to defend ourselves again, MERZ stressed, claiming that new alliances of autocracies are forming against us, and Germany's liberal way of life is coming under attack from both outside and within. MERZ is cuckoo, man. He is cuckoo. It worries me when MERZ speaks like this, right? We're being attacked from outside and from within, really? By who? By who, MERZ? Who's attacking Germany from within? He's referring to the AfD, but we know that's not true. We know that is false. Who's attacking Germany from the outside? No one. No one at all. He's referring to Russia. But we also know that that is false. Russia's not attacking Germany from the outside. It's Germany that is providing money and weapons and military assistance to Ukraine, to the proxy NATO Ukraine forces. But MERZ is trying to push his plan to militarize Germany. That's basically what he said at this speech. His plan is for Germany to become the military power in Europe. Very worrying words from MERZ, huh? Very, very worrying. What did Macron say? Macron said, our generation has a choice to choose or allow the extremes, which are false promises in the face of this doubt, or to stand up again and decide to embrace our new era and make it an era of boldness and determination, Macron stated. It's just all a bunch of gobbledygook, man. Stuff that Macron says. What is he even talking about, man? He's trying to reference the choices of World War II or something like that, right? We have a choice to make. We have a choice to make. False promises or to stand up and embrace a new era of boldness and determination. False promises coming from Macron, man, coming from you guys, you globalists. It's all a bunch of false promises. We have a choice to make, says Macron, says little Napoleon. I don't think German citizens buy any of this, to be quite honest. I don't think they buy any of these statements coming from the very unpopular BlackRock MERZ and the more unpopular Emmanuel Macron. Is Macron even in France anymore? It seems as if Macron has left France. He doesn't want to be in France. He's been out of France for the past, what, 2-3 weeks now? Anywhere but France. That's Macron. Germany, let's go to Germany. Denmark, Copenhagen, I'm on my way. I just don't want to be in Paris. So Telegraph is reporting that Yatsenyuk, remember Yatsenyuk? Victoria Nuland's 2014 phone call with Jeffrey Pyatt. F the EU and Yats is our guy. Yats is the guy, said Nuland. Yats is the guy. We're not going to go with Klitschko. And then Yats ended up being prime minister. What was he? Prime minister of Ukraine, appointed by Nuland. Nuland, Pyatt, Biden, Vice President Biden, who, according to Nuland, needed to bless the deal, right? To seal the deal. We're going to take it to Biden, and he's going to wrap this whole thing up, according to Nuland. Anyway, that Yatsenyuk, he is saying, according to the Telegraph, that what is needed now to defeat the Putin is a Churchill. That's right. Another Churchill, a modern Churchill, according to Yatsenyuk, is needed to defeat Russia. Paralyzed Europe needs a modern Churchill, warns former Ukrainian Prime Minister. EU leaders need to invoke the spirit of Britain's great wartime leader against the tyranny of Putin, says Arseny Yatsenyuk. Now just wait a minute. Wait 1 minute, Yats. Come on, Yats. Hold on now. Hold on. Your plan to defeat the tyranny of Putin, your plan is, or your wish is that Europe finds a modern Churchill, a new Churchill. That's what you're telling us? Dude, for the past 4 years, all we've been hearing about Zelensky is that he is the new Churchill. What's going on, man? We need another Churchill? We already have a Churchill. It's Zelensky. Now we need another one? I'm getting confused. All these Churchills. Too many Churchills, man. Too many freaking Churchills. Oh, boy. So yesterday I talked about the drones over Germany and how these were not Russians who were flying the drones over Germany, but actually 3 Germans. And actually Norway, sorry, I think this is Norway that we're talking about, not Germany. I think I made a mistake in my video update from yesterday where I said the drones over Germany. This was happening in Norway, and they were arrested in Norway, 3 Germans, according to Bild. So 3 Germans and 1 Chinese national were arrested in Norway for flying drones close to the airport. The Chinese national was deported. He was deported out of the country. And I don't know what's going on with the 3 Germans that were flying drones in Norway or over Norway. It's the Germans, not the Russians, man. I think the European Union needs to convene a summit, an emergency summit, so they can discuss how to deal with Germany's provocations, their aggressive provocations of flying drones over Europe. That's what needs to happen. Germany, man, you keep on provoking. You keep on provoking, MERZ. What are you up to? Flying your drones over Norway. Yeah, so the whole Russian drones thing has been completely debunked, or at least a part of it has been debunked. At least the drones over Norway, we now know are German and Chinese. One Chinese dude, which actually confirms my hypothesis, my theory as to what was going on with the drones. I think these were content creators. That's what I think was going on. I think you had 3 German YouTubers and 1 Chinese YouTuber, or whatever video platform he's on. And they were just trying to get some drone footage in Norway, right? And then they were arrested and the one guy deported. That sucks, man. To be in Norway, trying to get some good content, and then you get arrested and deported. Man. Let's see here. A Chinese national has been deported for flying a UAV near an airport. According to police, 3 Germans have been arrested in Norway for allegedly launching a drone in a prohibited zone around an airport, Bild has reported. It was near the airport of Rosvoll. The outlet cited local media as saying 3 men were detained on Tuesday and released shortly afterwards. It did not identify the men or the type of UAV involved in the incident near Rosvoll Airport. And separately, Norwegian police confirmed that a Chinese national was deported and he was fined $1,200 for flying a drone near Svolvær Airport in the north of Norway. So that's a drone update. You know what Europe needs? I'll tell you what the EU needs to deal with the aggressive German drones and the aggressive Chinese drone, the one Chinese guy with the drone. Here's what Europe needs to deal with this. They need a drone wall. That's an idea. Ursula, what you need is a drone wall. A wall of drones, just a lot of drones. I picture a ton of drones creating a wall for Europe. Or maybe a wall around Germany of drones. So no aggressive German drone operators can fly their drones in Europe. That's a plan. Anyway, let's get to a clown world. Shall we get to a clown world? By the way, the Prime Minister of Denmark, Frederiksen, after this Bild story was published, she's freaking out now. She's warning that the EU is running out of time to meet the Russian threat. The drone threat from Russia. The EU is running out of time. No more reports like this from Bild. No more stories like this from Bild about Germans with drones. What the EU has to do is they have to take action against the Russian threat. So more money. Give me money. Give me money, Frederiksen says. She didn't say that, but that's what she means by it. Money, money. We need to deal with the Russian drone threat. Japan elected a new prime minister. They elected a new prime minister. Let's see, the first female prime minister. That is what is going on in Japan. Let me see if I have this story bookmarked. I don't think I have it bookmarked. The Chinese Prime Minister Takaichi received 185 of 341 votes. That's all I know of this story. But anyway, the first female prime minister has been elected in Japan following the former prime minister's resignation, Ishiba, who resigned after the trade deal with the United States. That's what he said. He was going to get a trade deal done, and after the trade deal, he was stepping down. So that's an update from Japan. Let's do a clown world. Do I have any more stories? This is not a clown world, but a lot of people are talking about the Trump coin, and we're not talking about crypto. We're talking about a coin from the U.S. Treasury, a $1 coin with Trump's face on the head, and on the tails, Trump with his fist pumping, saying "fight, fight, fight." And this is real. A lot of people were thinking this is fake news, but we actually have a statement from U.S. Treasurer Brandon Beach, who says no fake news here. These first drafts honoring America's 250th birthday and POTUS are real. Looking forward to sharing more soon, once the obstructionist shutdown of the United States government is over. So the interesting part about this story is that, according to Grok AI, this is illegal. Illegal. This can't be done. This can't be done. You can't have a living president on currency. Someone asked Grok, is it legal to depict a living president on an American $1 coin? And Grok AI said no. U.S. law, 31 USC, blah, 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 prohibits portraits of living individuals on currency, including coins. Only deceased persons are allowed. I didn't know that. Only deceased persons are allowed on U.S. currency. So it looks like this is not going to happen, this Trump coin. We're just going to have to stay with the Trump crypto coin, which made a lot of people a lot of money. Anyway, let's do a clown world, and we can wrap this video up. By the way, we had a sentencing for Puff Daddy P. Diddy. He is going to be in jail for 4 years. That was the sentence. 4 years in prison for P. Diddy. In July, a jury convicted Combs on 2 counts of transportation for purposes of prostitution, but acquitted him of sex trafficking and racketeering charges. So that's an update on the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs saga. Now we can get to a clown world. Ay, ay, ay. I don't even know how I'm doing on time, whatever. Maybe this is a long video. No worries. It's been a nice walk on a beautiful day. All right, from the Telegraph, today's clown world. Macron and Stammer's awkward embrace and what it says about them, from Modi's full-on hugs to Trump's mafia pat-down. Leaders are getting more tactile. A body language expert examines the evidence. Macron and Stammer's awkward embrace and what it says about them. Did I call this one or what, huh? I was the first one talking about the hugs. Come on, Telegraph. You're getting a body language expert. Should be asking me, man. I was the first one to report about this, about all the hugging in Europe, the Macron hugging Zelensky, the Stammer hugging Zelensky, the Dudas, overwhelming Zelensky. Come on, man. Yeah, so now the Telegraph has taken notice of the weird hugging that's going on. And actually, the Telegraph even, let me read you something. The Telegraph even points out that if there's one person that gets hugged a lot, it's Zelensky. That's what the Telegraph is reporting. Macron is a master of body language, while Zelensky is an easy target for hugs, writes the Telegraph. It's hard to imagine Sir Winston Churchill. There he is again, man. Winston Churchill. Jeez, guys. Churchill. It's hard to imagine Sir Winston Churchill being a big fan of male hugs, but nowadays it seems normal for all male politicians to embrace each other as alpha males. Take, for example, President Zelensky. He is hugged everywhere he goes, especially Stammer after the Ukrainian president was attacked in the Oval Office. Only Donald Trump is not eager to hug. Oh, come on. Zelensky attacked at the Oval Office. You guys are dramatizing it a bit, don't you think? He was attacked at the Oval Office. But it does say that Trump is the only one that is not hugging Zelensky. He's just patting him on the back. Orban doesn't hug Zelensky. Fico doesn't hug Zelensky. I guess that's why they haven't fallen victim to the Zelensky curse. They're not hugging him. They are not hugging the Green Goblin. The Telegraph goes on to say the Ukrainian president is an easy target for hugs. He is short, evokes sympathy and empathy, and his previous stage career implies he was immersed in the art of greeting rituals. Stammer's all-encompassing hug is his public way of asserting himself. Meanwhile, Macron is an unparalleled master of body language, possibly the only world leader who challenged Trump in the battle of crushing handshakes and won. This is a real story from the Telegraph, mind you. I'm not making this up, man. This is real. This was published by UK media. I don't even need to comment. I don't need to comment. I think the Telegraph says it all. Macron, a master of body language. Zelensky, a former comedian, actor, theater guy. He's used to all the hugging. He's used to it all. And all the world leaders, they're very sympathetic. Empathy and sympathy for Zelensky, so they just want to take him in their arms. No mention of Zelensky number 5 anywhere in this article. Telegraph, you guys are not reporting on Zelensky number 5. The cologne, the perfume that is intoxicating. Anyway, that's the video, everybody. The Duran.locals.com. We're on Telegram and X and Rumble. Go to the Duran shop, pick up some merch, and give a like to this video. Please give a like to this video. Take care.